Today we're going to talk about how to avoid long-haul symptoms of COVID-19, of the global pandemic COVID-19. We're going to talk about the best way, apparently, to avoid bad outcomes and long-haul symptoms from COVID-19. Because, as I remember, that was a big thing for everybody. Like, once we realized it wasn't all that deadly, everybody freaked out, and it was like, well, it's not just about deaths, and it's not just about hospitalizations. It's the nuanced stuff about the long hauler stuff. And I should stay in my own lane because health and data and everything like that. Not realizing that we're talking about obesity, because that's actually what happened in 2020. We have a very highly susceptible population, plus elderly and high-risk people. There's elderly and high-risk people, like people on chemo treatments, people who have immunosuppression through genetic disorders, and obese people and elderly people. There's people that got old, no fault of their own. There's people that have genetic problems and or cancer or highly immunocompromised people that were at very serious risk, and people that ate themselves that way. Shocking how I stayed in my lane talking about obesity the entire time and generalized public health the entire time as an ex-healthcare executive also. Stayed in my lane the whole time, and you guys didn't even realize the fucking street signs. Like, a lot of you are like, stay in your fucking lane! Yeah, bitches. We're talking about generalized population health. You see, when you're talking about a population health level event, it starts with the generalized health of the population, and seeing as how we've fattened ourselves to the point where we're as frail as elderly people, it is the same thing. But now we even have studies coming out showing that if you're obese, you're much more susceptible to long-haul symptoms of COVID-19, and just as a newsflash for you motherfuckers, every other fucking illness too, every other communicable disease. If you are a frail individual because you've eaten yourself to a state of frailty, whether it's starve yourself through anorexia or overeat, as most of America just calls their diet, you are going to have worse outcomes from viruses, bacteria, all sorts of shit because you're fucking sickly. As I've said from the very fucking beginning of this. This was not an attempt to try to make obese people feel bad. This was an attempt to tell you you're fucking fat. It's risking your fucking health. Do something about it. And, I understand it. For a while, it's okay. You guys just wanted to be freaked out and scared because most of you people are pussies. I get that you wanted to be, just freaked out and scared and yell and stay in your lane and you don't know what you're talking about. But oh, lo and behold, all the data shows that being obese is very bad for you when it comes to this fucking pandemic. I don't know why our public health officials have not told anybody to try to fucking get healthy, but here's a little fucking wake-up call for you. If every headline you see says obesity is worse, makes this worse, and obesity makes that worse, stop listening to the people that are talking about this weight stigma bullshit and your feelings and blah, blah, blah. You know what's going to be really bad for your feelings? Knowing you've eaten yourself into a fucking state of ill health that then fucking kills you. Like, it's going to be sucky on your fucking deathbed if you're 400 pounds and you could have lost 200 pounds in the course of 2 years, you catch COVID and fucking die because you're obese. Because that's what's going to fucking happen. Like, there will be other illnesses. There will be other viruses. We need to get there faster. If all the data and all the information and, well, just fucking common sense when you try to walk up a flight of stairs and you can barely fucking breathe tells you you're not healthy, and then a new fucking virus comes around, I got a news flash for you. You're not going to do well. It's not going to happen. If you're having a hard time getting yourself off the floor and you're 30 years old because you're that big, you're that obese, you're not going to make it to 60. Accept this shit. Like, live in reality for once. The rest of us want to live in reality, have a conversation about this so we can try to get everybody as healthy as possible so the next big virus that comes out for whatever reason, you guys don't freak out again and demand that everybody try to protect your fucking health, because that's what happened. In 2020, we turned science off so a bunch of you guys could fucking hissy fit thinking you were in danger. You wanted to try to say that it was to protect everybody and the long haulers and this and that. But then all of this data comes out that shows that obesity made the pandemic 10 times worse in places, and that obesity leads to long haulers problems more than being at a normalized weight. When we know that obesity is bad for you and you guys want to remain silent and mainstream media doesn't want to fucking say shit, and they'll probably suppress this video and shadow ban me even fucking more for telling you that obesity is fucking killing the fucking country. It's killing the fucking country. It's killing the fucking world. You motherfuckers not being able to say no to ho-hos is definitely fucking the country up. Get there faster. It's fucking your lives up. It's fucking your children's lives up. Like, for real, if you're an obese parent and you look down at your obese child, fucking what the fuck? Please don't tell me you don't think that obesity is bad for you, because if you're an actual obese person, if you're a 350-pound motherfucker, you can outwardly lie to society all the fuck you want, but every time you try to get your fucking big ass off a couch, you know it's a fucking problem. I'm sorry if this hurts your fucking feelings, but we need for you to get there faster for your own fucking good. To save your life, you need to accept that you fucking eating like a 2-year-old with a credit card is bad for you. You need to get there. You need to enter fucking reality. Here's the fucking newsflash. If you're a 200-pound male, chances are you're fat. You're not some fucking tough dude. You're not some fucking big guy. You've eaten a bunch of cheeseburgers to get fucking a little stronger, but you're just fucking fat, most of you. Most of you are not athletes. Most of you are not. Most of you are just fucking people going about your every fucking day lives, eating too fucking much food and being totally addicted to sugar and fucking processed carbohydrates and then blaming it on fat. Like that's literally what I see fucking happening. I'm not saying you should have a huge saturated fat diet. I'm saying you should talk to your fucking doctor and listen to your fucking doctor. And if you have a doctor that tells you there's nothing wrong with your weight and you're 450 pounds, you need a specialized scale to fucking weigh yourself. There's a fucking problem. Get a new fucking doctor. But if your doctor also, if you have a pain and your doctor just says lose weight, I'm not telling you not to get a fucking second opinion for that shit neither. But I am telling you to take your fucking health seriously. Take your health so seriously you'll get second opinions. Take your health seriously enough that you'll try to lose some fucking weight. Take your health seriously enough that you don't want to eat like a shithole so your fucking child doesn't see you eat like a shithole. Like you're just fucking throwing shit down your fucking hole. You know? And you fucking, your child sees you doing this and then fucking becomes morbidly obese and you outlive that child. Because that's what's going to fucking happen. The more years you stay obese, the shorter your fucking life is going to be. Like if you're obese young, your life is going to be very fucking short. If you just become obese when you're 60 years old, you're probably going to live to fucking 80. That's one of the very few rare instances we'll see an obese person at 80 years old. But if you're an obese 12-year-old, you're going to live to 50 if you don't fucking change it. That's what you're doing to your fucking children because we don't want to fucking admit that obesity is bad for you. All the data, even the shit you were really worried about for an entire fucking year, the long hauler shit, all the excuses you fucking motherfuckers made about how we should keep society closed because COVID this and pandemic that, and it's actually obesity and now you bitches don't want to fucking admit it. It's your fucking fault. You're fucking obese. Get there. If your parents did it to you and you live on your own now, fix that shit. And then talk to your parents so they don't do it to your other siblings if you have younger siblings. But we as a society need to realize that we as a society are eating ourselves into this fucking bullshit. Like the complete suspension of reality, how this is not some serious fucking thing that we really need to seriously get fucking healthy so we the people cannot, give our government an excuse to fucking suppress us because there's so many immunocompromised people in their own fucking words that we can't be, safe on our own because we fucking fattened ourselves that way. Fuck that shit. It's time for you motherfuckers to take some self-accountability and self-responsibility. Get healthy, motherfuckers. Everybody depends upon it. Goddamn.